Hello, all of you magical people, 6,500 of you, which is wild. Welcome to the channel. I'm Primal Chaos, and today I thought it'd be prudent to get back into some Spiritbox, who I've sort of abandoned for a little bit longer than I would have liked to because I've just been on so many different tangents lately. And I know they're touring currently, and I really want to get to the bottom of their reactable content so that I can, maybe just start listening to them. That would be fantastic because I'm a big fan. I really like everything about what they're currently doing. So I was scrolling through YouTube looking for something I hadn't done, and this was Hurt You. Came out in 2021, Eternal Blue. Should be good. I'm really curious to see how this differs from the other songs that I'm aware of and the other ones I've reacted to, like Holy Roller and Blessed Be and stuff like that. Because so far all the songs I've done have been relatively diverse, but still falling under that same umbrella of the Spiritbox sound. They kind of have a bit of a unique spin on the genre, which is really cool. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in. But just mostly just because I really want to hear this song. Here we go. Okay, well, first of all, let's get the music video out of the way. Pretty much all of the videos that I've seen of Spiritbox so far have been what I would consider to be mildly unsettling. You know, like the whole thing where she murders all of the different incarnations of her lover or whatever. Or just the fact that Holy Roller just had a real Midsummer vibe, and if you've seen that movie, you know how creepy that can be. This one is just overtly unsettling. It's really sort of pushing the line, so that's really cool. I love that it comes straight in with Courtney's harsh vocals from the beginning. A lot of times they'll sort of sneak up on you and sort of throw it in a chorus, or they'll do the surprise bait and switch thing where all of a sudden she's blasting your head off with her vocals. But yeah, this one jumps straight in. I really like the intro rhythm. Just some real interesting synth sounds, It's just a cool, clean rhythm that's unusual, but it's not overwhelming. And again, that's something that just comes from being just a more mature composer. I know this isn't these guys' first band. They've been through a lot of probably songwriting processes in their past, and they know how to write something classy as opposed to write something complex. And that's just evident right there. Also the sound, there's something about, I can't put my finger on it, but there's a 21 Pilots kind of analog here for their Trench album, right? It's those sort of air raid siren synths mixed up with the Dower style video that's got a lot of yellow tones and stuff like that in it. It just sort of, for whatever reason, just from the intro, I'm just getting a little bit of 21 Pilots current material sort of vibe. But yeah.
So I swallow in the snare of devotion.
think the thing that I've been trying to figure out what sort of underpins the Spiritbox sound, and I'm almost certain that it's applying dissonance in the synth sounds that are layered in between like the guitar and the bass. And so you can hear it right there. It sounds alarming. There's an alarming sort of sensation to this through the clean part. You can sort of hear up about that range. There's like a synth sound that's sort of a little bit air raid siren-y kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's also what the chords are playing underneath, but because they're so buried with the guitar and the bass sort of locked together in the low end, that sort of high harmony bit. Unusual. Okay, before we get into the middle eight, I'm trying to sort of get a feel for the lyrical content, like what is the poetry about? And it seems to be just strictly about conflict in general. I hope you find what you're fighting for. I'm happier when I hurt you. Your medicine is the coldest war. I'm happier when I hurt you. I mean, from a relationship perspective, it's kind of like it's a dysfunctional relationship. And, it's all about the conflict and the drama, I guess. It says right there, dysfunction. I've learned to love and embrace the embrace in this mutually assured destruction. It's like, I guess it's like being in a relationship with somebody that you know is bad for both of you, and you're sort of just riding the bomb all the way in. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess it's something like that. It could be applied to anything. It could be global conflict or whatever, but a more esoteric sort of narrative of it. But I suspect that it's about a dysfunctional relationship, to be honest. And that sort of, I was trying to connect what the music video and the lyrical content sort of means, because there's usually a certain amount of connection with these guys between the lyrics and the video itself. And I was trying to find that sort of bridge. And I think that's what it is. I think it's mostly, dysfunctional relationships and how toxic they can be. And I guess that's where all of the alien sort of, the odd colored blood and the weird stretchy skin and all that sort of stuff. I think it's that, somewhere along there. But anyway, let's keep going. I just want to jump back a little bit and get into this middle eight. there's an interesting tableau there, right? Like if you look at this image just by itself, and again, I don't like getting into the visuals, but there's so much striking material in this clip. This is so beautifully framed. It almost reminds me of a David LaChapelle kind of photo shoot where there's not a single thing in the frame that's not deliberately placed there. Everything has an angle, right? It's all designed to frame, you know, the people in the shot. Like you've got this pin spot coming down here and lighting this dude over here that's creeping from the shadows. And it adds a beautiful sort of, you know, fill light and stuff on the side there. But just like the trash and everything around, it looks beautiful and it's trash. You know, it's very specifically placed. The angle's very specifically chosen. The posture of the two main figures just genuinely feels like a, you know, like a Renaissance painting or something like that, or something like that would be like if he was wearing like a more of a like a loincloth, and you know she would be like sitting on a cloud. This could be in the Sistine Chapel, you know what I mean? And I suspect that that's very deliberate. But yeah, it's beautifully shot. All right. Wow. Okay. Huh. that was intense. Okay, hang around after the break and I'll give you a bit of a rundown and my final thoughts. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind. And if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. All right, so that was an intense roller coaster ride. But let's talk more about the music. I think let's not do that. One thing that I think is Courtney's strength outside of the unusual nature of her ability to sort of just rapidly switch between cleans and incredibly, you know, proficient harsh vocals, is that she has this knack for coming up with just earworm hooks, right? If you think of any of the main Spiritbox songs that, I mean, the ones I've heard have all been the ones with music videos, but there's always like something you can sing along to in, you know, in the choruses or wherever it might be in the song, but there's always an earworm that's infecting the song that you just can't get out of your head. And you'll be walking around singing for days. And in this case, it's like the, I hope what you find what you're fighting for, I'm happier when I hurt you line. I can see it already. No matter what else I do this morning with my reactions, I'm sure I'm going to be walking around all day singing, you know. And that's the magic, you know. I mean, the magic of Spiritbox is all of the parts coming together in one sort of whole. And, you know, with the guitar and the bass, I think of them kind of more as a single unit because the guitar's tuned so low that it might as well be bass anyway. And the bass guitar, you know, it's more like their interplay with each other is what creates not so much the texture because the drums play a big part in that as well, but there's it's almost like an ambient sort of undercurrent of just chaos, right? That's what you hear with the guitar and the bass. Add drums to that and you get this texture that's not unlike dance music, right? As far as like you know, it's low and thumpy and sort of it's sort of like a wash of sound, subsonic sort of sound. And then of course you put the synths in there to give it some sort of mid-range sort of element as well. And again, more of that dystopian dread sort of aesthetic as well. And then you've got Courtney's vocals on top, which are, you know, they're not really double tracked or anything like that. They're played pretty straight. They cut through the mix really nicely, especially when she's screaming as well. But also her cleans always just sit. If you listen to any part where she's singing clean, Let me. It's really what the bed that her vocals are resting on is almost, it's not discernible what's happening. It's just this wash of noise. It's beautifully crafted noise, and it's so emotive and so like what's the word? Like it evokes such feelings. But at the same time, there's you know, it's not like, oh, there's a clean guitar part in there and a bass guitar and drums the way they should be. It's just a wall of noise. You know, just have another listen. If it wasn't for the bass guitar being pretty like he's just playing like a pretty straight sort of rhythm through that part. At least the low notes, he might be doing some more articulations up top, but there's like this bed of like slow sort of. The core of what he's playing is just like alternating between these two notes. But that's about all you can think. Everything else is just, you know. And then, but it just provides such a beautiful sanctuary for Courtney's vocals to just rest on top and be heard, you know. It's just genius. Everything about how they fit together as a puzzle just works beautifully. It's really cool. I'm trying to think of anything else that is... Oh yeah, I mean, this part here is pure EDM, right? Going sort of like the halftime here is really cool as well. And it's cool again how Courtney's just sort of matching that tempo. Da 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 da, you know. Oh, he loves those sort of. Like that, I don't know what, I'm not sure what the chord is, so I don't know whether it's a ninth or something like that, but there's like a that unsettling sort of note in the chord in the guitar. And even then, it's not just that, it's kind of like, it's kind of just sort of, wah, wah, wah. It sounds like an air raid siren. Anyway, I could probably pick it apart all day, but suffice to say, this was great. What a great song. It's another one I can add to my Spiritbox repertoire. I got to be really careful when I do reactions to not spoil songs that I might want to do later on. I'm also going to start doing a few things down the track that are a bit more, you know, songs I have heard, but maybe I just want to talk more about or sort of investigate at greater length. Yeah, so this is another great song that I can add to my playlist now and enjoy on my day-to-day. So yeah, very exciting stuff. I hope you appreciated this one. I certainly did. If you feel like I brightened your day at all, as usual, I'll put a link in the description to a donate button and just buy me a coffee. I'd appreciate that. It's a great way of supporting the channel. And if not, just like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Is there any Spiritbox I haven't done yet that's reactable? I guess there's probably some live performances, but I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments about what you want to see. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks again, guys. I've been Primal Chaos. I'll catch you in the next one.